Hello friends, welcome to my channel Clinical Biochemistry by Dr. P.K. Prabhakar. Today I am going to talk about one of the topic of biochemistry that is really going to clear some of the concepts. So the question is, why ammonia is toxic to our body? As you know, we are going to produce ammonia through the different metabolic processes. So there are different sources we are having for the ammonia production in our body. If you will see here, this side you are going to see this is the transamination and deamination process. So normally whenever we are going to metabolize proteins, we are going to get amino acids, and the amino acids are going for transamination and deamination process, and as a deamination process they are going to release ammonia. Normally this ammonia is toxic for our body, and we are going to excrete this ammonia directly. We cannot remove because it is water insoluble, so we need to convert them into water soluble form, and that work will be done by your liver. So hepatocytes convert this ammonia into urea, and urea ultimately we are going to remove from our body. So this is not the only one route, by one process by which we are getting ammonia. There are a number of other processes by which we are getting ammonia. So glutaminase is an enzyme which normally works on glutamine, and it is going to convert glutamine into glutamate and produces ammonia. So glutaminase also produces ammonia from the glutamine. Ammonia is whatever we are going to eat because of the bacterial degradation. Whatever gut microbiota we are having, those microbiota degraded, metabolize some of the molecules, and ammonia is going to be produced there. That ammonia is also going to be absorbed through intestinal wall. That also we are having in our body. Then catabolism of various nitrogen containing compound also releases ammonia, or degradation of the purines and pyrimidine also going to produce ammonia. So we are having different sources of ammonia. In our body, ammonia is going to be utilized for different purposes, but we cannot keep too much of an amount of ammonia. So normal serum concentration of ammonia is 5 to 35 micromole per liter. Whenever this level goes up, it is going to cause hyperammonemia. And whenever we are going to have hyperammonemia, it is going to cause number of defects, number of abnormalities. One of the main defect which it is going to cause, that is it is going to affect our central nervous system, brain. How it is going to affect? There are different mechanisms we are having, different processes we are having, different ways by which ammonia going to affect our central nervous system or of our body physiology. Whenever we are going to have hyperammonemia, different type of symptoms is going to happen. Like it may cause tremor, it may cause slurred speech, blurred visions, vomiting will be there, cerebral neurons or astrocytes may be swelled up, those cells, neural cells or neurons may be swelled up, or ultimately it may lead to coma and death also in certain cases. Now if we will say there are different way by which it is going to cause toxicity, the toxic effect will be there. So the first process by which it is going to cause toxic effect in our body is by decreased ATP production in the brain. This is the normal process, normal citric acid cycle we are having, where normally we are going to produce different kind of NADH in the reduced form, which ultimately gives us ATP. One of the intermediate in this case is alpha ketoglutarate, as you can see here. So this alpha ketoglutarate is one of the intermediate, and this completes the Krebs cycle. Means this is one of the intermediate which converts into succinyl coenzyme A and succinate, and through it participates in the cyclic process. But whenever we are having high amount of ammonia in our body, this ammonia is going to combine with alpha ketoglutarate and convert it into glutamate. So what will happen? This alpha ketoglutarate is going to be utilized for glutamate production. So it will be deficient in the brain cells or number of other cells. So ultimately this Krebs cycle is going to be affected. So Krebs cycle will be halted. You can understand in this way, like this alpha ketoglutarate is going to, whenever we are having high ammonia concentration, so ammonia is going to combine with alpha ketoglutarate and converted into glutamate. So ultimately this alpha ketoglutarate level in the mitochondria is going to decrease. So we will have decreased mitochondrial pool of alpha ketoglutarate, and Because this is going to be utilized, diverted in this pathway, so this pathway will be halted. So depressed TCA cycle in the neurons or other cells, and ultimately low ATP production will be there. So that is one of the main process by which ammonia is going to affect our central nervous system, brain. Second way by which it is going to affect by decreased formation of inhibitory neurotransmitter, that is GABA, gamma aminobutyric acids. Now, in our nervous system, central nervous systems, we are going to produce two types of neurotransmitters, inhibitory and excitatory. Both should be in the balanced conditions, balanced mode. Whenever we are having high amount of ammonia in our body, so glutamate combines, uses those ammonia and convert it into glutamine, means amine form of glutamate. This glutamate is going to be reduced. So in our brain we are going to have low level of glutamate. When we are having low level of glutamate, normally this glutamate is going to be used for the GABA synthesis. Because we are having low level of glutamate, so obviously low level of GABA will be produced. So whenever inhibitory neurotransmitter will be decreased in our brain, so that is creating an imbalance in the neurons signal transmission. So that is also another process by which ammonia is going to affect the central nervous systems or body physiology. So that can be understood here also. Glutamate is used for glutamine formations, as you have seen here. Glutamate combines with ammonia, converted to glutamine. So there is a decrease in the glutamate because maximum glutamate will be converted to glutamine. Glutamate is required for the synthesis of GABA. Because you don't have glutamate, so GABA will not be produced. So there is a depletion in the inhibitory neurotransmitter GABA and making an imbalance. The third process by which ammonia is going to affect our body physiology is again inhibitory neurotransmitters decrease. How it is going to cause? This is a process. So normally in our cells we require this glutamate. This glutamate is going to be used for GABA synthesis, GABA formation. So glutamine, whenever cells require this glutamate for GABA synthesis, glutamine is going to be converted to glutamate by glutaminase enzyme. So it releases ammonia and converted into glutamate. Ammonia is going to inhibit this glutaminase enzyme. So this enzyme will be inhibited by ammonia. So what will happen? This enzyme will be inhibited. So ultimately you don't have conversion of glutamine to glutamate. So decreased level of low level of glutamate will be there because this is not going to be converted to this one. So this one will be accumulated and this one will be glutamate will be decreased. So low level of glutamate will be there, and as glutamate is the precursor for GABA, so hence GABA level decreases. And second, this is one part. So GABA is going to be reduced by two different ways. One, because glutamate is going to be converted to glutamine by ammonia additions. Second, glutaminase inhibitions. And another process is due to accumulation of glutamine in the cells. Astrocytes, neuronal cells is going to absorb water from the surrounding and it will be swelled up. So you have seen one of the symptoms where edema was there, and that swelling is because of this glutamine accumulation in the cells. This is fourth process by which it is going to affect. Glutamine accumulates into the neuron due to ammonia intoxication. So glutamine transport outside. When you have a neuron cells where you have too much amount of glutamine accumulated because glutaminase was inhibited and glutamate is converted to glutamine. So you have too much amount of glutamine in the neurons. This glutamine is going to be exchanged. So glutamine comes out of the neuron cells and inside tryptophan is going inside the cells. So there is an antipode system in the neuron which there is an exchange of glutamine to tryptophan. Means glutamine comes out of the neurons and tryptophan enter into the cells. So when a cell will have high amount of tryptophan, it generates neuroexcitotoxins that is called serotonin. So this high amount of serotonin synthesis is also going to affect the normal function, normal physiology of the neuronal cells. The fifth process by which it is going to affect the nervous systems, so it is going to increase, ammonia is going to increase the permeability of neurons or neuronal cells for chloride and potassium. So too much chloride and potassium will be exchanged, it will be to and fro movement movement will be there. And the last process by which it is going to cause toxicity is increased ammonia concentration in the plasma, because ammonia is alkaline in nature. So more ammonia, more alkaline ammonia in the body, in the blood, creates increasing the pH towards alkaline side and ultimately leads to alkalosis. So normal pH of our blood is 7.2 to 7.4, which is going to increase more alkaline side, and ultimately we will have alkalosis, and that will affect the normal physiology of many proteins which is present in the serum. So that will affect our normal function of many proteins which is present in your bloods or in the circulations. So these are the six different steps by which, process by which ammonia is going to cause toxic effect on our body or central nervous systems. So this is all about for today. Hope you have understand it. If you like the video, press the like button. You can press the bell button so that you will get all the notification on the time. If you are not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. And last thing, if you want to follow our channels to get updates, you can follow our channels on different social networking sites by these different handles. So thank you very much. Have a nice day.